Well, welcome
Hello.
to another episode of Walk by Faith Publishing. All right, we're going to start over. I can edit this. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode. Be quiet. All right. Shh, no, because I'm going to just edit over it. All right,
3, 2, 1, action.
hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Publishers. Oh, just smiling. 1, 2, 3. Oh, just smiling. 1, 2, 3. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Author Spotlight, brought to you by Walk by Faith Worldwide and Walk by Faith Publishing. I have an amazing author spotlight today. We will be showcasing a brand new book, and I brought with me today my amazing wife, who's going to actually provide the interview. I just wrote a book, but it would be kind of weird to interview myself. So who better to interview me and know about the pain that I've gone through and the suffering that I wrote about than none other than the one and only Dr. Rachel Campbell Doughty. Baby, thanks for doing this today.
Oh, you are so welcome. Hello, everyone. Hope that you all are doing well. I'm excited about the opportunity to interview my husband. He's worked extremely hard on this book, and so let me be the first to say
Since February.
Congratulations to you for this accomplishment.
Thank you, my love. You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for your kind words. And you are as handsome as usual.
So we're just going to have a conversation. Normally when I do this with the other authors that are signed to the Walk by Faith publishing group, we end up having a conversation. It starts as an interview, but we end up having a conversation. So can we just have a conversation?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Delighted to have another one with you.
So this is the book. It's called Your Pain Has Purpose. And everyone that I know has a story, and everyone that I know has dealt with pain. When I deal with the conversational talk with the people who we get to interact with on the weekly, we talk about pain. And so I've been working on this book for quite a while. So my wife's going to try to pull as much of me as she can out of me for this book.
All righty. So are you ready to get started?
Let's go, babe.
Okay. Pain is one of those subjects and one of those sensitive areas. And so I'm prepared to assist in whatever way that I can throughout the interview. And thanks again for writing this book. So can you share a little bit about the journey that brought you to this point in your life or in your career?
So this journey that we have been on has been full of a lot of successes, a lot of great accomplishments, a lot of things that we can look back on our life and say, wow, God has been really good to us. But in that journey, we've also dealt with some heartbreaks, some betrayals, some setbacks. And what I've learned is that, those setbacks had purpose. In the moment, you didn't really understand them. But, I got to a place that 23 years of corporate America, we were married for 25 or 22 years before we had a small challenge. And I had like this epiphany. It's all on purpose. Like the journey was intentional. It wasn't an accident. Like God saw all of that from the very beginning before you and I were even born. When we were in our mom and dad's womb, he saw this moment. And so that's just my whole life, like everything that's ever happened to me. So
Thank you so much for sharing. So share with us, what are some of the experiences that has shaped you the most and influenced you today?
all right. So high school shaped me the most, betrayal and hurt from coaches. One coach in particular, we had a really good high school coach, may he rest in peace, that did me right. Coach Daniels, we called him. But the other coach, Johnny Johnson, inflicted a lot of emotional pain for a 16-year-old, 17, 18-year-old. We really didn't talk about abuse and emotional abuse and grief and depression back in the days. You just told to be tough and deal with it. But there was some things going on in my head. Got to college, which shaped me, was another coach who betrayed me, lied. Now I'm 19 and I'm somewhat confused and dazed about how life is supposed to go and all your dreams being dashed. God reset my life. We got married shortly after I graduated, and a few challenges throughout the marriage career, two of the greatest ones that shaped my entire ministry, our relationship. In this book, this is some of the challenges you and I had, and being able to deal with that pain of seeing me have you suffer because of my behavior, my challenges, my job, career pressures, raising children, trying to keep two AAU teams together, and then my dad dying. Like, those were all a part of those challenges. Having to see you go through multiple losses and see you deal with setbacks and people treating you wrong and family challenges, and it was just pain and suffering. And you don't know. It just happens so fast. You look up and 20 years have gone by and you try to add it all up to figure out what happened. But that's kind of where this book dwells into and talks about.
So you shared multiple experiences. What personal story or background influenced the message behind this book?
So I started writing the book back in February. I had this ideal to talk about pain. I actually preached about it one Sunday. For those that join us on Sunday nights, we go live every Sunday night at 7 p.m. on Facebook and TikTok. And so the message was something to the extent of he did it on purpose for his purpose. It was on purpose for his purpose. I remember doing a teaching series that week. Even in our morning prayer, we pray in the mornings at 6 a.m. on TikTok with multiple people. And I remember right then, like, that's a book idea. It set my spirit. And so from that point on, I started writing about pain. As you know, we minister and help people throughout the week. And it was just one painful experience after another. They would share with me what they've gone through. This happened, and my husband did this, my wife did that, my children did this. I'm going to the doctor. The doctor said this.
Yes.
And I mean, if you think about it, when you hear that many stories and you try to console and offer support to that many people, that becomes the arc of your life. And so it was like, I have to provide. I see why God put that in my spirit. I now have to provide even more evidence, more proof, more help, more resource for people who are going through suffering. And not that the Bible can't help people. I think this is an addition to, this is an add-on for people who are studying their Bible, but maybe they don't know where to go find that story in Zephaniah, or go really understand how to read through Moses' journey. I think this is a great opportunity for someone to simply read how to overcome pain and what the purpose is.
Thank you so much for sharing that. So, a curveball for you. A bit of a curveball. So I read a couple of vignettes in the textbook, and you speak about how pain and suffering is inevitable, meaning that we will experience some sort of pain, we will experience some sort of suffering.
Right.
And so talk a little bit about being comfortable and knowing that each person, if you are a human being, each person will have some type of pain. How do we prepare ourselves? Or is it possible to prepare? When I think of pain and suffering and preparation, I think of a fall. And you're getting ready to fall, and so you kind of clench and try to brace yourself for the fall.
Right.
Is it knowing that we as human beings will suffer pain and suffering? How can we brace ourselves for it, or is it possible to even brace ourselves?
So, based on my experience, and as a pastor, and as a husband, and as a father, some things you do know are happening. Like, you can just sense them in your spirit. God warns you. You can read the tea leaves or the temperature in the room, and other things, they catch us by surprise. They never catch God by surprise. So the thing that I write about in the book, and the thing that's helped me, is that nothing is a surprise for the Lord. He allows what he allows because he thinks it's best. And as the scripture says, all things work for good. So you can't avoid pain because it's part of the Christian's journey. A lot of preachers don't preach on suffering and pain. They preach on prosperity and blessings and grace and peace and grace. And all those things are great. But at the end of the day, everyone in the Bible suffered. All 12 disciples suffered. Everyone suffered. David suffered. Moses suffered. Yeshua suffered. The Bible speaks of in Corinthians that we must also take on the like-mindedness of Christ, who suffered. Suffering doesn't mean that you're in trouble or God has punished you, or as we would even say, It's a generational curse. The devil's after me. Now, what if the Lord actually used the pain to get your heart, your emotions, your mind prepared to fulfill the destiny and the calling? And I'm a witness. Like, I'm a witness that everything I've ever gone through, so we can be right where we're at today. So, it's inevitable. You will face it. The best way to prepare for it is to know that it has an end means. Like, it will be used. It will not be wasted.
Very impactful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
You are so beautiful in asking me these questions. I'm having a hard time staying focused, everybody.
Oh, goodness.
Right. Yes.
Are you gushing over
I
me?
am.
Okay, let's move on to the next question. So what has been the most impactful season God has taught you through your seasons of pain, growth, and your calling?
2019. And actually I go back to 2017 when I first found out that my dad was sick. And during that time period, my control / ADHD / just Ken issues were starting to come unhinged. And I lost what I thought would have been a comfortable, cushy 40-year job with a really good pension and 401k. All of it. Like, everything that meant anything to me slipped. My goal was to make sure our kids had, good scholarships to playing basketball. AAU team wasn't doing what it needed to do. Teams weren't as great as they could have been. Our kids didn't get the exposure that they should have had. Both kids had high school challenges that pushed my inner being in those stands. And then it would, like, all of it just spilled over. You felt the brunt of it, unintentionally, intentionally. I knew where I was at mentally, but I didn't express it. Us men have a challenging time. We don't like to express what's going on. When you would hit me with, honey, what's going on? And I'd say, what?
Nothing.
I'm good.
Nothing. I'm fine.
And inside, I'm worried about how much longer my dad has, and how's my mama going to cope, and who's going to take care of everything. And my wife has emotional needs that I'm not meeting. And I have my own personal challenges that I'm trying to overcome. And am I going to have this job? And do I need to find out loans for my kids? And how many coaches can I get them in front of? And it's just too much. And then you had things going on that you would share. And I'm like trying to navigate all that. Some people say that ain't a big deal. Well, it depends on what's important to you.
Right.
Everybody's challenge is everybody's challenge. And so what might be a mountain for you may be a molehill for someone else, and vice versa. But for me, 2019 was just like, I lost my job, I lost my dad. Kids were not headed to college at all because COVID was right around the corner. And then me and you had a very challenging time. It was painful.
Do you want to continue?
No,
I definitely
did
not want to interrupt the flow.
No, I'm just processing.
I didn't want to interrupt.
You got some good questions.
The flow. So, as we think about and reflect on everything that you said, what is it that you want the readers to know or to take away from this book, especially those who may be struggling right now with challenges? They are just right at the core, the nexus of their challenge. They don't really see or feel that God is there, right? Mm-hmm. And they don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. What would you say to individuals, whatever the challenge is, whatever the pain consists of? What would you like to share?
I'd like to read an excerpt from my book. Is that the right way to say it?
Excerpt, yep.
Excerpt from my book.
What page can I? Do you want me to listen,
yes,
or
please,
do you want me to listen or follow along?
Page 42,
I can do both.
Page 42.
Page 42.
In story
okay.
time, and you can pick this book up on my website. You can pick it up. It should be available on Amazon very soon. If you're watching this a couple of weeks from now, this should go live on January 1st, and we'll have an official book release and maybe even a signing at some point. So on page 42, I'm going to read the second stanza where it says, "Sometimes YHWH breaks what you built to reveal what he intended. I built plans for longevity at AT&T. I built timelines for retirement. I built expectations for my marriage. I built dreams to travel the world. I built an identity that looked successful but was spiritually unsustainable. Then YHWH stepped in, not because he wanted to hurt me,
but because he wanted to align me. Sometimes YHWH has to break what I built because it was never strong enough to hold who I was becoming. He isn't destroying my life. He's rebuilding my future, a future that saw me writing this book that would encourage you. If he doesn't break what I built, many destinies are delayed. Rearrangement was not punishment. It was divine renovation. We don't like interruptions. We don't like detours. We don't like delays. But YHWH loves them because they protect destiny. What you think is a setback may be a strategic rerouting. What you call a delay may be a divine synchronization. What you call confusion may be God's changing your direction. You didn't lose your way. He changed your path. God will interrupt your comfort to protect your calling. Did that answer your question?
Yes, it did. Very powerful. Very powerful. How do I say this?
Just say it.
It's difficult to see this when you're going through, when you're experiencing pain, when you're having those sleepless nights, when you are alone, and crying yourself, to sleep. You don't really see all of the spiritual components that you just read about. You think that God is upset with you. You feel like it's punishment. God, why me? Right? Why me? This is too much to bear.
Right.
I don't think I can handle this. Also, the point of giving up, of saying, just whatever, God, just I don't see you. I don't see where this is going. I don't see the impact. I don't see any of it. And, you shared that during those times, you didn't see this book, right? 2019, you did not see this book. And this is actually book number
8.
This is book number 8. So you didn't see that, but you held on to God's unchanging hand. You didn't give up on God. And so I think it'll be safe to say that when we as Christians are experiencing pain and suffering, it's not the opportunity, it's not the time to give up on God.
But
it's the time
though.
To get closer.
Should, yes.
It's the time to get closer to God, to draw closer to God.
Yeah.
So anything else you want to add?
No, you make a good point there. I just want to add or underscore what you just said. In the moment, like when we were in our moment, you're on the side of the bed crying at night. I have no idea that you're crying, frustrated with a whole lot of stuff. In that moment, you don't see the future because you can only feel the emotions of now. I write in the book how we have to learn. It's a learned behavior. You have to learn to separate emotion from truth. Because in the moment, all you feel is what you feel.
Right.
You feel angry, you feel sad, you feel depressed, you feel like no one's listening, you feel like you're alone, you feel like you're not safe, you feel all these things. But you have to pause. I teach the power of the pause. You pause, meditate, you focus on God and what he has for you. And then this is what the book really teaches. The Bible teaches this, but I put it in such a way that it's going to be stated over, and it's like the same thing is being said over and over and over and over in different ways. You have to realize, and this is the learning, everything that you're going through in that moment, it does have purpose. It will be used. It will come back greater. So if you are dealing with a lot of pain, there's going to be a lot of purpose. If you're dealing with heavy pain, there's going to be heavy purpose. If you're dealing with too much pain, too much suffering, then there's going to be a lot of too much purpose. Like he will use everything. Everything. It comes back to
everything.
Us. If you
it
scratched
doesn't matter
your
it was small, doesn't matter how
teeny tiny, it all comes back. Like that was the revelation of this as I was writing throughout the year, that everything you've ever gone through as a Christian, now make a point there, living right and doing right. There's a lot of people who are still in their pain right now. They are in that moment saying, I don't understand the moment right now, but they also haven't made a decision to seek first the kingdom of God, live right.
That's good.
Matthew 6:33 says you have to live right, not to get to heaven. Salvation is secure. We're not going to have that conversation or argument. But there are certain blessings and breakthroughs and destinies that can come through obedience. And I found in 2019, actually it was more like 21 when we were in Dallas and we hit the reset button. And I remember saying to self, I'm going to do better, like in a lot of areas, not just my marriage, not just my control or anger issues or my patience issues. I still got some patience, but it was like, okay, Lord, keep showing me what I can get better at. And every year, every week, every day, I feel like I'm a better version of myself. I'm not the old Ken. Now, people look at you and say, oh, that's just the old Ken. But deep down inside, I know that the Lord has changed me and I'm changing. And so what I teach, what I'm trying to convey is that if you take that pain, that suffering, whatever happened, whatever diagnosis they gave you, whatever your kids did or your parents did to you growing up, and you say, okay, God, how do I now help somebody else? And how do you get the glory from this? Because everything you go through,
that part, giving God the glory.
It gives him the glory. It's all for his glory. All of it is for his glory.
That's really good, babe. That's really good. Because oftentimes people, Christians, we're talking about Christians, we will ask God, why did I have to go through that? What was the purpose behind that situation or that circumstance? And once we begin to pray and seek his face, then he'll let us know.
Amen.
He will let us know the purpose.
Go pick the book up. We're not going to tease it any more than we could. We could sit here for 2 hours and give you the whole book. But I want you to go get this book at the link right there on the website, www.wbyf.site. There it is right there on the screen. Go put it in your browser and get this book for yourself. Get it for someone you love. There's a complimentary book that we wrote last year called Faithful Recovery that could go really well with this book. And my wife wrote a marriage devotional. You see it on the screen right now. You can go get that book as a compliment to this on how to acquiesce your marriage. Also on the screen right now, you see the men's devotional and also the singles devotional. There's so many ways that you can find help for people who are like, well, I just don't want to read Habakkuk and Hezekiah all day long. I don't want to read all the gospel. Well, guess what? We put the gospel in such a way that you can read it and understand it. Babe, I just want to tell you once again, thank you for taking the time to interview me.
No, thank you. Thank you for choosing me.
You're the only choice, actually.
To interview you.
If you didn't say yes, then I would have just been interviewing myself.
Interviewing yourself. Again, babe, congratulations. Your pain has purpose. You stated February of this year.
January 1st. Here in the next couple of days.
2025 is when you actually begin to.
You can get this. You can order right now.
Write this book. So.
February of 25. I hear your question. I'm sorry, I didn't let you finish.
I'm sorry. February of 2025, he began writing, and you've done a phenomenal job. And you were saying that January 1st, it will be available for purchase.
This should be live right now. You're watching this video. It's January 1st. It might even be January 20th.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. So, babe, would you like to ask me some lightning round questions?
Pertaining to number 8 or just general questions?
General questions. Yeah, you can ask me anything on the lightning round list that I ask other people, or you can ask me your own lightning round questions. Okay.
Coffee or tea?
Both.
Early bird or night owl?
I wake up very early.
Yes.
Like 5 a.m.
I concur. Early bird. Morning writer or late night thinker?
I'm a late night thinker. I can get back to that office sometime and be knocking, talking about, honey.
Are you coming to bed? Okay. What's one word that best describes your writing style?
Different.
Different. His writing style is different. Different in what way?
Push you to faith. Pushes your faith.
Pushing you to faith. Okay. Favorite book of the Bible?
Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me.
Question. What's a song that always lifts your mood?
William Beckton. Be encouraged.
I don't know about you tonight,
no matter what's going on. Somebody may be crying, but I come
Okay.
to let you know that
3 words that best describes you.
Integrity, ambitious, graceful.
4th word, extremely handsome. Okay. Dream vacation destination.
Nairobi, Kenya. We missed out on that.
Yes,
Tell everybody what happened in 2020,
Oh,
babe.
I cannot wait to go to Africa.
What were we supposed to do?
We were supposed to take a family trip. This was 2020, correct? Take a family trip
Paid for it.
to Africa. Yes, I was looking forward to visiting the University of Nairobi in Kenya. But COVID came. But that's okay. There's purpose. It was painful. It was painful for me. Oh, it was painful. But it has its purpose. And I don't think that we'll never be able to make it. I just think that, God has his perfect season. So, yes. Anything you would change if you could go back in time?
So anything I would change?
Yes.
Nothing. Because if I go back in time, then I don't experience the pain. If I don't experience the pain, I don't fulfill my purpose. If I go back and try to change just even one small incident in my life, we do not sit here right now. Most importantly, I don't meet you.
Oh, that was so nice.
No, serious.
So,
If I
so
go back
nice.
to high school and say, okay, that coach treated me wrong. Daddy, you know what? I'm going to change my life. I can get my DeLorean, go back to the past in 1991, 92, and go to McLeod High School. My destiny completely changes. If I get my DeLorean, go back to OBU in 1995 and say, you know what? Do something different here. Then I never meet you because I never transferred to Langston University. I never walk into my calling as a preacher. We don't get married 3 years later. If I changed anything, I don't know if we would have the same kids we have right now because the DNA would have been different and the egg and all that kind of stuff would have been totally. If I go back and change any of my regrets, we don't get to preach to the community that we get to preach to. We don't get to be a light to the nieces and the nephews that we get to be.
Yes, we love nieces
Shout
and
out
nephews.
to all the nieces and nephews,
Yes,
both sides.
Love you all.
And then if you really think about it, like, I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life. I am the most content. I know what Paul meant in Philippians when he says, I've had a lot, I've had a little, but I've learned this thing. He said, I had to learn this, to just be content, that I can do anything that I put my mind to. As long as Christ is with me, I'm good. I've started companies, doing professor stuff. Some people look at my list, babe, and say, you got too much going on. I am ecstatic. What are you asking?
It's just amazing to hear you say you are the happiest that you've been after sharing those challenges and experiencing all of that pain. So, did you say in your life or in your adult life?
My adult life.
In your adult life, and you say it after identifying those moments of pain, those moments of suffering, reflecting on those challenges and how it shook you up in so many words, but coming through all of that and you're still standing with your head held high and your eyes looking toward the hills, being focused on God. This is the happiest you've ever been after coming through the pain.
I don't want for anything. I don't need anything. I'm very happy with where our relationship is going. I'm having, like Paul said, and I get Paul so much now, we haven't accomplished everything. We're not there yet. There's so much I want to do with the publishing company, with the e-commerce company, with the trucking company, with our professorship, with our marriage, our kids. Like, there's so much to do. We got a conference coming up in June. Like, there's so much we want to do next June, June 27th,
Second
June 28th,
annual conference.
June 2030, if Lord don't come back and get us. Like, there's so much to do.
Yes.
Like, in this moment.
I agree. The harvest is plentiful. Students, you didn't really speak a lot about that, but the students that we have at the university and how they have a desire to stay connected post commencement. And and they're not obligated to. So that's an entire different community, non-traditional and traditional students.
That's right.
Who
God
really
has placed in our
want to,
lives.
who really want to be in our circle and continue to be mentees post commencement, in addition to our very own children
And family.
And family
extended
who-
family.
who
And
are-
extended friends. Like we were at an
Yes.
event last night with extended friends that
whom are like family.
Family.
So yes, the harvest is plentiful, and it sounds as if God has equipped you
us.
or us to properly navigate those individuals, to love on him in a Christ-like manner.
Yeah. Praise God.
So yes,
Are you at peace?
I'm at peace. I am at peace.
This is a good time in your life.
I have some things that I want to do as well in conjunction with what you're doing. So it's almost as if you have a pocket of things, I have a pocket of things, but we're connected. So this Venn diagram per se, that some of those assignments
Interactive.
are interactive.
Interchangeable. Not interchangeable. Interconnected.
Any of those words.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for the next generation and being able to pour into the next generation. And most importantly for me, and this is just a personal thing for me, creating a great environment for people to enter and thrive in.
At home, school, just around us.
Wherever we are. You know that as far as our home, I'm a stickler regarding hospitality and love, and just really making people feel at home, to thrive, to feel loved, to feel accepted.
I agree. I think that's where we both are. And I think as we continue to grow in whatever God has for us, the purpose is people.
Amen.
It's to give God glory, but to tell our story and help people.
I like that.
So the people who come around our home, or
Yes.
people that God allows us to be around, they may not always be in a space to be to receive the hospitality, to receive the grace. We might be the only Yeshua that they ever come across, the only person that treats them kind, treats them with love, treats them with warmth. They may have just had a terrible day, and we get to be the ones that say, hey, we'll love you anyway.
That's good. That's really good. All right. Do we have anything else?
I want to thank her once again for this. This is not what she normally does. She allows me the opportunity to grow the business and work with different authors and even the e-commerce business and all the other stuff I got going on. So for her to be a part of this visibly, she's been a great support behind the scenes. You all don't see her, at all the Bible studies and even some of the morning prayers, because she has her own list of to-dos. Like she said, God has us, both working, but for her to, come from behind the camera and sit in front of the camera with me and do her thing. I love you. I really do appreciate
too,
you. And
babe.
this is going to be a really good 2026.
Happy New Year
Happy
from
New Year.
us to you all.